And there we go, and we're live once more. What is it? Tuesday. So easy to lose track of time. Tuesday. It is Tuesday. And hello, Annette and Locust Trooper. Locust Trooper nearly got eaten by a shark in the beach of Altona. Probably just wanted to be friends, Locust Trooper. And Chris, hello, good evening, good morning to you. I think it probably will be. So now, do the right. Everything you do is right, clear down. You need to feel occasionally like you're doing things right, because there are lots of things in this world that can make us feel like we're not doing the right thing. Because that's the sharks from Finding Nemo. Fish are friends, not food. And hello, Justin. You got crickets outside, really loud. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's crickets or cicadas, but I think cicadas are louder. So I think it's crickets that are out there tonight. Yes, Raiders, the bloody Altona Sharks. Yeah, you just got to swim fast and stuff like that. Yeah, it's I've never actually seen a shark while I've been in the water. I've been at a beach in Queensland when the shark siren went off. Fuck me, didn't I get out of the water quickly. That was, geez, I didn't know I could move that fast. It was a long time ago, but yeah, got out really fast. You get all these funny stories about people and shark encounters, not ones where people get bitten, hurt, or killed. Funny ones where they see them and it's scary. Justin, US COVID cases have declined a fair bit. Well, that's a plus. Declined from horrifically disastrous to really, really bad, maybe. Actually, why don't I look? I haven't looked at the stat site for ages. COVID map. Johns Hopkins, they're a good one. Let's go. What's the map saying in trendy trendies? 120 million global cases, 30 million of them in the US, 2.6 million global deaths, over 500,000 of those in the US. What do we get? If we look at the US's chart, Jesus, it's declined sharply. I'm looking at it towards the turnover of, the Trump nightmare. Got as high as, I think, 300,000 cases in a day, and it's been dropping to 200,000 a day. Is that right? This is slightly hard to read. 204K. What is it? This fucking map is slightly hard to read. No. 50. Okay, no, 50,000. So the daily case rates dropped to like 50 to 60,000, down from 300,000 a day at the peak. So that is a very good decline. Maybe people are getting tested less. vaccinations starting to have an effect. Still quite high risk of something going wrong. Hello, Anna. Hello, Megaleech, by the way. Jesus. Oh, that's right. Annette, you're planning on move, so you got one you really want. Nice. Well, we've all got our fingers crossed that you get the house you want. That would be very good news. Meet the COVID map. There's a global decline. I don't know how to use Worldometer. Worldometer, there we go, USA. 30 million cases, almost 550,000 deaths. Where's the trend line, though? Oh, yeah, same trend line. Daily cases 308 to daily cases 45. It's a pretty radical difference. You know, it maybe helps that there's an administration who has stopped saying it's all fake and it will go away soon. 100 million shots in 100 days. Nice. Ooh, Annette, good for local cocktail mixings. You're close to a specialist whiskey bar. Plus, we could go get drunk. Without telling too much, I know one place you were looking at was in the city. Is this place in the city or somewhere else? You saw a UFO. You're having a busy time at the beach. Sharks and UFOs. UFOs driven by sharks, perhaps. Well, yes, you saw a UFO, an unidentified flying object. There will be some rational explanation for it. It's not aliens. It absolutely is not aliens. We have near blanket video surveillance of the world and have had for quite some time. If there were any alien visitations happening, we would have absolutely incontrovertible evidence. And fuck those videos from, the US military saying like, ooh, here's something we can't explain. Yeah, I agree. You can't explain it. It's not aliens. We would fucking know beyond any doubt if there was any alien visitation happening. Oh, cool. Annette in the city. So we can all go get drunk in the city and fall asleep on the floor at your place. Nice. Yes, I'm very careful about language for those things. UFOs most certainly exist by definition. If there's a moving object in the sky and you cannot identify what it is readily, that is an unidentified flying object. Have we had visitation by alien creatures? No, we definitely have not. Common sense tells us we have not. We would have incontrovertible evidence if we had. Simple as that. Raiders, Michael O'Brien's worried about sharks swimming in Spring Street. I think you're speaking in metaphors that I don't quite understand. Oh, that's no. Okay, Michael O'Brien. See, I don't even remember his name, even though he was in the news. Michael O'Brien is the loser opposition leader in Victoria, and a bigger loser in his party tried to knock him off for the top job and failed. Such a loser. Yes, Locust Trooper, we could do with ship to come and take us back to our home planet. I'd be on board with that. Fridge Ninja! Oh, no. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the next Victorian election because I think the Libs are going to get fucking smashed. I think the Labour Party is going to increase their majority. I still hold out hope that Morrison's going to fucking sink himself with his just unconscionably fucked attitude towards women and sexual assault and rape. He's just going to do himself, because Albanese's proven incapable. Although Albanese started to go him a bit in Parliament, because I think he smells blood in the water finally. And it's, who knew? It's not about economic issues about which the Murdoch media can lie and freak out and make people paranoid. It's about actual, real, individual human experiences that they can and will lie about. But when it's your lived experience, you start going, wait a minute, they're saying that, but that's not real. What happened in the last state election in Victoria, the Murdoch media had been pushing, and the federal Liberal politicians, the fucking scum that they are, had been pushing this absolute lie that there was an out-of-control crime wave in Melbourne, and Melbourne people were scared to leave their homes. And it was just this filthy fucking racist propaganda, which is not to say violence doesn't happen, is not to say crimes don't happen, is not to say that people of many races aren't involved in these. Those are all real things. But this filthy fucking racist lie of a crime wave and Melburnians were scared to leave their homes, it's just like they kept pushing the lie, but it got people going, but he's talking about me. That's not happening. Why are they saying things that just aren't happening? See, abstract economic things, they can just scare you with tax, boogeyman, taking away your retirement, and all blatant lies like they did in the federal election. But in the state election, they lied about people's lived experiences, and it backfired horribly. And it would just be chef's kiss perfect if Morrison destroyed himself with his disgusting, fucking arrogant, misogynist attitude. Ha ha! Annette getting an old-fashioned Godfather. Musical aviator in Class G airspace, air traffic control doesn't identify aircraft flying. If hence all Cessnas flying down Mornington Peninsula are unidentified. Yes, that's the thing. Locust Trooper. What should the name of my planet be? Planet Angry seems a bit... Chris, you're proud of your mum today. She rode the bus all around. Happy she's been vaccinated too. That fucking rocks. That absolutely fucking rocks. Chris, you think we have to go find the aliens? Why pro NASA? There's a whole bunch of reasons I'm pro NASA and pro space exploration, because I think you can't always predict it. Space exploration creates scientific breakthroughs that help people on a day-to-day basis. They're impossible to predict ahead of time. And just like, oh my God, that thing they developed for the space program has an everyday application. Great. On Justin, your dad got his second shot today. Fucking ace. Luxury calls the planet awesome left. The insurrection. Chris, you're scared of SpaceX taking over space. Well, Elon Musk has very scary fascist tendencies. And I don't say that lightly. He has jokingly said he's very pro staging coups at any country that might be an impediment to him economically. He just blithely said that thing about indentured servitude in space, like he wants space slaves. It's like, yes, you can go on my space mission and pay off the price of your passage by working in some shit job on the colonized site. And it's just like, That guy is so fucking casual with his fucking fascist bullshit. It's quite disturbing. Justin, you imagine aliens know how to minimize detection while visiting us. That's just magical thinking. That's like we've got this whole array of logical, clear, provable, scientific evidence gathering stuff that would tell us utterly conclusively, with no doubt whatsoever, if we were visited by aliens, and saying they've got a way to avoid it. That's just magical thinking. And look, it is, you can't disprove a negative. I can't prove aliens haven't been here. I can give you absolutely overwhelming amounts of evidence and common sense that says they haven't been here. But I can't prove the negative of them not being here. You can only prove a positive. You could, if they had been here, there would be some way to prove they had been here. But you can't prove they have been here because there might be something we don't know about. But you're getting into magical thinking at that point. Exactly, Chris. Musk wants a sci-fi future for the rich. He is a wannabe fascist in the making. Oh, yeah, Chris, his fucking family made their fortune from apartheid mines. He's got blood on his hands, that guy. Annette, the USA's had a dip in the cases at the eye of the storm, according to Dr. Olstrom. It is perfectly possible that there could be a very bad surge in cases if people stop taking protective measures too soon. And, you know, if you look at some of the numbers, it kind of looks like a quarter to a third of the US population won't get vaccinated because they're fucking insane. And that is a lot. That is a lot of people. Once you get into tens of millions of people who won't get vaccinated, that is a fuck ton of people who can get really, really sick and also keep the virus in circulation, opening the door for mutations that the existing vaccines don't protect against. So the potential for everything to go tits up is very real. That is a plus, Justin. Musk can't be president, not being an American. Oh, yeah, and a lot of the states, was it the Texas governors doing it? Yeah, no mask mandates. Woo! It's just like, it's playing Russian roulette with about 3 bullets in the chamber. So you might get lucky, but you're absolutely unnecessarily risking your fate. It's oy vey. It is all kinds of potential for very not good things to happen. Sorry, that's what I meant, Justin. Musk is not a natural-born American. He's a migrant. Locust Trooper, is there other intelligent life out there that has a civilization? I think it's wild to assert there isn't, because in terms of human comprehension, the universe is basically infinite. And, you know, in an infinite universe with infinite variability, the idea that this one little blue dot is the only thing that supported civilizations is a stretch. I don't know that we will ever discover another civilization, because all the science fiction stuff about hyperdrives and wormholes and whatnot, that's also magical thinking. That's like, okay, our understanding of physics, you can't travel faster than light, so interstellar travel is impossible in any practical sense of the word. So sci-fi people love coming up with the magic hyperdrive or the existence of hyperspace or travel through wormholes. warp speed in Star Trek and all that. And that's just magical thinking. There's no basis for that. But hey, who knows? Like I said, human knowledge is a long way from understanding everything, not even on our own puny planet, let alone the universe. These things, or something like these things, might be discovered one day. Who the hell knows? Yeah, that was my benchmark too, Raiders. Trump's really hardcore base is like 25% of the nation, and a large chunk of them won't get vaccinated. Chris, I don't say some form of interstellar travel will be impossible forever. Based on our current understanding of physics and the way things work, it is impossible. And every proposal for how we'd get past it is just magical thinking with no basis in reality. But as I was saying, the humans have not reached the capacity of their knowledge and intelligence. We don't know everything, not even fucking close. So the possibility absolutely exists that some amazing technological solution would be developed that could overcome this problem. But as I say, literally in our current understanding of how things work, it's impossible. But our understanding of how things work is continually changing. So who knows? The first powered flight was only 100 years ago. And now we're, sending fucking probes that land on Mars and explore. We send other probes that just keep going out into the universe. If we don't destroy our civilization, what the fuck could we be achieving in another 100 years? It's literally impossible to predict. Okay, I'm going to go. There are some big theories on the potential. I'm going to see if I can find something. Is this it? Because there's a couple of reasons people think we haven't done it. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Here's some of the thinking, like, why don't we do it? Like, aliens have never come to Earth because of physical difficulty. So, like, it literally is impossible to travel faster than light, and that will never be conquered. Aliens might be out there and simply choose not to come here. The rise of other civilizations may have happened too recently for them to have reached us. There's another there's a theory. There's another thing I wanted to find. About societal collapse. Is this one going to have it? Like, yeah, one is all societies collapse is one idea. Like, people think ours will. Now, I'm trying to remember, and I can't find it, but there was this one theory that reasons we haven't encountered aliens, and there was the those ones I said, and there was one more that the idea is that maybe civilized, because we look dangerously close to destroying ourselves, right? We've had the nuclear weapon scare, and now climate change, human-caused climate change. This looks, lots of disturbing signs of we could destroy our civilization. There's a theory that says maybe that's always what happens. Societies rise and get to a certain point, and then their own success as a society destroys them. Nintendo Lunchbox, could we be living in a simulation? We absolutely could, because all we experience is how the chemicals in our brains interpret electrical impulses. And that's not just what we see, what we taste, what we hear, what we touch, because people who have suffered particular brain injuries not only see things different, not only perceive things different, not only hear things different, but things feel different. The messages from their nerve endings to their brain communicate different information. So considering we are the sum total of what this mushy blob up here does and how it interprets stimulus, we could absolutely be in a simulation. And it could we simulate getting rid of my cocktail belly? I'll tell you how my meal replacements go. Off to a reasonable start. So talk to me in 6 months. I mean, the obvious but stupid answer is stop drinking cocktails. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That is an obvious answer. It's just a dumb answer. I'm not doing that. So yes, I'm doing the very low calorie diet meal replacements. So talk to me in 6 months, and I'll tell you if it worked, or you'll be able to see if it worked. I mean, you'll be able to see if it's working in about 2 months. And then my t-shirt's looking looser. That's an optical illusion. I've lost a grand total of 4 kilograms. That's not enough to be noticeable. Locust Strip, when do you start to get a beer gut? It can happen at any age. It's about excess and lack of exercise. And my life has been a lot of excess and lack of exercise. Oh, no joke, I can actually pin it on an ex-girlfriend in my 20s who was a nurse, and one day she brought home this giant, and I mean huge fucking box of Easter chocolates that all these patients at the hospital are given. They're saying, like, people are giving me Easter eggs, they can't eat them, you take them. She brought them home, and I fucking ate it. Like, not all in one day, but over a period of months, I ate a fuckload of chocolate, and I put on a fuckload of weight. And when I decided to go to the gym to try and lose some weight, and it did start to work, my girlfriend was really actively obstructing me from going to the gym. And I don't know what that was about. Was she trying to make me fat? Well, it worked. So that's when I first got fat, was at about 25 to 27. It wasn't a beer gut. It was just fat from because I wasn't drinking beer or alcohol. It's just eating too much and not exercising. Fat fuck. And then I lost weight when I was about early to mid 30s. I lost like 25 kilograms. And then I put that back on over a couple of years. And then I lost it again. So if you see me at the start of my YouTube videos, I'm about 90 kilograms there. And in the 15 years I've been on YouTube, I put on like 30 kilos. Now I got to lose it again, and maybe pay more attention, because what's happened. Denial is very strong. It's like all I would have had to do when I started to put weight on, is like check my weight and go, oh God, I've put on about 5 kilos, and do something strict for a month or so to get it under control. And because they don't want you to be attractive to others. That was, I had suspicions. Well, Lotus Trooper, it's not a beer gut. I never had a beer gut because I never drank beer. I'm just like fucking fat because I eat too much junk and don't exercise. So yes, my weight has not been about alcohol. It has been about eating too much shit and not exercising. Glee, you've been doing weights? Nice. I've been walking. That's my big effort, walking. So, we've got a start with the plan, but because of how much fucking weight I put on, the end goal is like, but 6 months is not long. Like, we've been doing this COVID bullshit for 12 months now. And then I realized when I finally just kind of said no, doing this, I had a whole bunch of excuses that were stopping me from doing it. And I just went, no, fuck all those excuses. And a big one was making meals for the family. And I would eat those meals, and I would make big fucking meals, man, because I'm a big eater. And so I said to my offspring, you're going to have to look after your own food, because I'm doing this meal replacement thing, and I can't really make your food because I'll eat it. So you got to look after yourself, which they're doing. And then that was probably my single biggest excuse for not dieting, because it's like, I have to cook food for them. It's too much hassle, so that I'm just going to eat that, and I would eat too much. So Locust Trip, you go to the 30s baby gut. Well, I first put on weight, it was like 25 to 27, I think. And like I said, then I lost it I keep really close track of it, but early to mid 30s. And then I put it back on again, and then I lost it again. And then I put it back on it. Like you can see me on my YouTube career go from about 90 kilograms to about 120 kilograms, which is way too much. And so now we'll see how long it takes to sort of swing the dial back. I'm quite confident at the moment, because I know, particular diet plans just work. All you have to do is stick to them, and they work. And thus far, I have not had a lot of trouble sticking to this. So, we're like 2-3 weeks in. I'll see how it goes. Nintendo Lunchbox. What do you feel about Bitcoin? There's a lot of extremely bad things about Bitcoin. The amount it contributes to, carbon in the atmosphere is quite bad. It's typical tech bro bullshit. It's extremely high risk and extremely volatile, and essentially a scam that requires all of these people to keep believing the same thing about it. That's why it's so volatile, because occasionally people panic and went, oh my God, it will absolutely disappear, because it's actually nothing. And look, all money is imaginary, okay? Money is not real, but Bitcoin is like the extreme example of it. It's not involved at all in creating value. It's an artificial scarcity that is imaginary because it's not real. And it only has any value at all as long as everyone sort of goes, I'm just going to pretend it, I'm going to ignore the fact that it's not real and it's going to be real. It's very volatile, which means both you can make a lot of money, and people have made tens of millions of dollars off Bitcoin. You can also lose badly. You can lose very, very badly. There are plenty of ways to get involved in Bitcoin that can end up destroying your life. And that's the thing. For someone to win, someone loses as well. So, and look, I won't say I haven't considered doing cryptocurrency because shit just keeps going. And of course, you can look back and kick yourself and go, holy shit, if I'd have known this was going to happen. Like, it was so easy, like, you know, $1,000 10 years ago, you know, you'd be $10 million now. So, yeah. So I'm not saying you can't make money from it. I'm saying it's incredibly volatile, and it's essentially a scam about imaginary money supported by nothing. I had Glee, guy who forgot his password for Bitcoin. Multiple stories about people lost hard drives that had Bitcoins on them, and multiple stories about people basically losing access to Bitcoins that are worth in the millions of dollars. Like, sure, people look at me and laugh. Not to my face, they don't. People are always hanging shit on fat people. Really seen anyone do it to my face. So, Annette, have a whole loaf of ciabatta to yourself, because it's not normal ass bread. The kids like, ciabatta's good. Man, I love bread. There is a bread place up the road. Actually, they have multiple outlets around Melbourne. They're called Wood Frog, WOODFROG. Fucking great bread. Their baguettes, sourdough baguettes, are just so good. And I'm not eating that at the moment. I'm just no meal replacements. So, but I have occasional real meals, because they even kind of say you probably shouldn't do it there shouldn't be just this stuff. So I have a couple real meals a week, but mostly meal replacements. So, like I said, keep posted, see how well I do. And yes, if I stop drinking cocktails, because there's a lot of calories, particularly in the sugary ones, I'd lose even more weight. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to have some fun in my life. And I know for a fact, now that I'm not eating all the shit I was eating, I'm consuming at least 1,000 calories a day less than I used to. So, going to see results. No, Lex Trooper, I don't see people staring at my guts. Like I said, I've never seen anyone do it to my face. So, yeah. Raiders, meal replacement. There's a couple of brands of them, and you get bars, which is weird. They don't look like they could possibly satisfy you for a meal, but they must be really dense, because I usually am not hungry. I find myself heaps of time realizing I'm just bored. I'm just saying, I can go to the cupboard and get a snack, go to the pantry and get a snack, and then realize I'm not hungry though. It's just because I'm just sitting here doing nothing. That's what I used to do. Sitting here doing nothing, I'm going to eat a bag of chips. It's like, no. And so I've been 99% good about just not doing snacks, which is a big thing. And so there's the bars, and there's shakes, and there are desserts. Yeah. Luxury. It's just really difficult being overweight. My knees don't fucking like it. My knees are really not happy with me. I don't like how quickly I run out of breath if I exert myself. I want to improve that thing. And yeah, and there's a whole vanity thing that goes with it. I mean, I've been putting myself in the public eye for 15 years. I'm really conscious of how I look. And because I spent all my time winding people up, so I always have people calling me fat fuck. You're going to have to tell me something I don't know if you want to upset me. He's giving you hell because you're walking around a lot, house hunting. Yeah, no, my knees are just kind of fucked. It's like if I ever have to get down on my hands and knees, it's really painful. My knees don't like it. They're better than they were, because I did actually go to a physio about it. But there are ones where I couldn't bend, like I couldn't crouch or squat because the pain would be agonizing. And there was a period where it was extremely difficult to get up from the lounge because my knees were just going, no, fuck you. I got past that. Now the thing I really don't like doing is like getting down on my hands and knees because, just putting the weight right on the knees is like, oh, fuck, that hurts. I can crouch. It's not my favorite thing. I can crouch and get up without screaming in pain. There was a period where I literally could not. I couldn't do it without going, yeah. So, yes. Well, you're up 45 kilograms and your knees hurt. That was a fantastic autocorrect. Age on my pasty. You actually meant on your part. Glee, that is definitely part of the pain in my knees too. Noog, hello. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? Just talking about being overweight and having sore knees. So, but these things are sent to try us. Oof, I'm trying to decide. Might have a drink. I made this one. This is a minty drink. I don't know if you can see. It's just very light green because it had crème de menthe in it, and then I clarified it, and so that's going to be a minty drink. I haven't tried it properly. I might try it. Locust Trooper, why do I like shit stirring? It's fun. Oh, look, when I've attacked people on the internet, it's because I think their beliefs and like political stance is fucked and they need to be woken up. And also my whole thing was I get angry so you don't have to. Because there's all this thing about, what we call tone policing now, like don't get angry, that's undignified, and you undermine your position. And I know, fuck that. The people who tell you not to be angry are the people who are doing shit that you should be really angry about. So, you think I should check how green is my... Okay, here's vibrant green. Ah! All right. Oh, fuck, I nearly knocked over a glass. All right. So, this is vibrant green. That kind of looks green, doesn't it? This is vibrant green. And this is very pale, clear green. So, for reference, this is very vibrant green. Peppermint tea. All right. I'm going to have that. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I am going to. Get a glass. Get a glass. You know what? For a sexy drink, I should get one of my sexy bits of ice. Sexy clear ice. This one, I think. There you go. I'm going to use this bit of ice. I think that's been there the longest. I think the evaporation started happening to it. Now, I will let it come to a slightly higher temperature so it doesn't crack as soon as I pour the drink on it. Kind of bluey. Yeah, color's a bit out. All right. Where did the angry idea come from? It was just a thing I came up with. I wanted an angle, and I started on a blog, which I called Angry 365 Days a Year. I decided comedically I would just be angry about things. It was just a completely arbitrary thing I made up. This Fox Pixar Media seems to be. This is someone who's on Twitch. Seems like a bot to me. So I shall ignore it. Also, what a weird username. How do they let you have that? Oh, okay. Where's green screen? I forgot. I did reset this at one point. We put a dramatic thing. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Oop, I disappeared. It's like, hello, you were asking about alien visitations. That's me. Why did that do that? There. You're wondering about alien visitations? It was me all along. I was trying to throw you off the track. Show advanced. Nope, that won't do anything. General. Shift video up for comments, banners. Yes. Actually, I'm going to switch that off just for fun. Yes. Okay, so I don't know if me fiddling with that made it better or worse. Locust Trooper, yeah, that was my original thing. I was going to do stand-up comedy, and I soon realized that YouTube was more fun. So that Twitch account put another comment, but I'm still sure it's a bot, so that's okay. They would tell, okay, hold up the green, hold up the green. Ugh. Ugh. Now it looks more blue. Now it's worse. That made it worse. That made it far worse. Okay. Gecko, hello. Yeah, but Raiders, I don't know. Ooh, white balance. Wait, there is fucking... Okay, what do we got here? I never bother to fuck around with this webcam settings. What's this? Logitech webcam. Controller. Webcam options. Autofocus. Yep, sure, whatever. Controls. Advanced settings. Dun, dun, dun. White balance is on automatic. That could be a problem. All right, let me move this and this. I'll play with white balance. See, now it's gone all sepia tone. And yep, no, that's still, it's not showing green. Dun, dun, dun. Camera control, exposure, fan tilt, nah, none of that's going to do anything. We shall We shall let it go. Put the green on the cat stand. Yeah. No, it's created the problem that it did before. There's something about the way the StreamYard application does green screen that fucks things up. Settings, green screen, none. Show advanced. It's not much in the way of advanced there, is there, kids? Did that make it a little bit better? That made it a little bit better, didn't it? Anyway. Made it a bit better. Yes, now Mimsy can make a cuppa. It improved it. I clicked the thing to say none for green screen, and that improved it a bit. Why did I do that? There's nothing in there. I think that has tempered enough, although we'll soon find out if you hear a cracking noise. Doesn't smell that minty, actually. Nope. No cracking. Just beautiful, invisible ice. Soylent Green is people. So, see my beautiful, invisible ice in there. Let that drink chill. It's not completely invisible. It has some air bubbles in it. Which I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, you can see. You can see there's a lot of air bubbles down the bottom. Yes. Why is the tea on the cat stand? I'm just going to put it back over there. Yeah, Raiders, I did a thing just then with turning the green screen off, which I think improved the picture quality a bit. The fuck is that icon? What is that? Oh, fuck off. Sorry, it's just a spam thing. Actually, now maybe. That's probably better. Green. Maybe if I do this thing again with white balance. What are we doing here? Saturation. Maybe saturation needs to be higher. What happens if I put saturation higher? Oh, look, I've suddenly become sunburned. No. Maybe back to about there. Not sure if that's too much or not. And white balance, white balance, white balance. Maybe about there. Don't know. So how good is it that Victorian libs are in disarray? I'm still a bit red. All right. Because this laptop doesn't show me truly, so I'll just desaturate a bit. There we go. That might be better. All right. Now, I haven't tried this drink yet. Well, that's rather nice. Oh, wow. That is really good. Ooh, and the mint just keeps coming. I put extra creme de menthe in there, and the mint just keeps coming. Okay, so this looks more natural. Okay. Good. This webcam and laptop are really shit at telling me how natural the colors are. Sorry, Gecko, I don't know what that sentence means. Focus is off, playing with a new webcam. Do you mean me? The focus on me is off? What did I do with focus? Focus is on auto. I switch off auto and fuck around with focus. No, what's it doing? Yeah. I think auto might be better on this camera. Oh, there you go. Maybe that. That looks kind of good. I'm not playing with a new webcam. I'm playing with controls for the webcam I don't usually play with. Fuck, this is nice. Yeah, no, I made this cocktail on last Friday's stream. It's one of my St. Patrick's Day one. I had a cream liqueur and Irish spirit and creme de menthe to make it a green minty dessert. And because when I do milk clarification, it normally just, with a drink with some citrus in it, you add it to milk and the milk will curdle into it. But because this already had a cream liqueur in it, I thought I'm just going to make it and then add lemon juice and it'll curdle, and it did, and it came out like this. I haven't used the Razer Cam for a long time because it was seriously giving me the shits. This is a Logitech I bought months ago. I don't know. Time no longer has any meaning. I don't remember if I got this Logitech camera weeks ago or months ago. But the Razer camera started to seriously give me the shits, so I got a replacement. I think your eyes might be fuzzy, Gecko, is all I'm saying. I think your eyes might be fuzzy. Happens to the best of us. So, dear me. Technology is just shitting me up the wall, basically. Wait a second. I just want to check something really quickly. No, go away. Come here. Get away. Oh, old Cheech and Chong routine. What am I doing? I want my channel. What's it look like? Okay, I see. I look on this fucking laptop monitor. I look really pale. And I'm looking on YouTube, and I look a little bit orange. It's warm. It's very warm on YouTube. That's okay. I'll leave it like that. Technology. Locust Trooper, where's Aidsy? Aidsy is at his home, not being 100%. He did visit us on Friday or Saturday night. Oh, Megalich, you want the ring light cam? Message me address, man. You can PayPal me $20 to post it. Oh no, it's the depth of you're complaining you can't read that. Well, I went for a narrow depth of field on me because it's all about me. So, and yes, I agree. The writing on there is fuzzy, but it's just like the background. I think I know where it is. Also, Megaleech, I think I know where I think I've just got it at my other desk. So, Yes. Okay. So that's messing with technology this evening. Dear. What's happening in the big wide world? Looking at the headlines of this failed leadership coup in the state Liberal Party, The Australian says Victorian Liberal Party leader Michael O'Brien earns a stay of execution. So they're clearly not fans. ABC News says Victorian Liberals vote to stick with Michael O'Brien after stupid attempted leadership spill. And The Age says Libs serve up a dose of slapstick to tickle Daniel Andrews' ribs. Few different attitudes on show there. Stories about that vile fucking piece of shit Christian Porter suing the ABC, saying they defamed him for bringing to public attention the story that he had been accused of an historical rape. Jesus, that's a weird fucking headline to see in Australia. Sydney man Blake Davis jailed for samurai sword killing of rapper Jet McKee. That is fucking weird. Queensland Health Minister says she was sexually harassed. Ooh, alleged gunman on the run. Geez, that's a fun one. Okay, yeah, no, just bullshit. Canberra has the highest price rise in housing in the country. Bondi boomer couple convicted of $6 million fraud. Jailed for spending money meant for charities. What a piece of shit. Yeah, die in jail, motherfucker. And all people thinking AstraZeneca vaccine gives you blood clots. No, there's nothing interesting in the news. So I'll give you something interesting. There's nothing interesting. Oh, Jesus. Royal family horseshit. Absolute horseshit. Science. Snoozing lemurs are teaching scientists the secrets of hibernation. Carlo Rovelli on the weirdness of quantum mechanics. Yes, well, quantum mechanics is weird. Trove of new coronaviruses detected among bats in China. Hey. So no real interesting stories though. I was hoping for good intro. Bobo, hello. While since you caught a stream, hope you all. And Byron, hello. Cheers, Byron. That the Liberals are trying to hurt Dan Andrews with his broken ribbon back by making him laugh a lot. Yeah. That's a nice random one, Annette. If you invade someone's home with a gun or replica, you take your life in your hands. Invading someone's home generally is a shit thing to do. Glee. See, that's the interesting thing. What part of that story defames Porter? Because we don't yet know what the ABC's defense will be. They could argue, well, we didn't identify him, so how did we defame him? Because Porter's argument is, in all practical senses, you did identify me, and then his assertion is, you said I definitely did it, and I don't think they did. But it's an absolute fucking shit thing for a fucking government minister to do. He's a piece of shit. He is just fucked. He's fucking garbage. Barbarian news is boring since Trump got the boot. So relieving. It is so relieving to not deal with his fucking shit. Ducking out, Kiko. Thanks for dropping in, man. Thanks, Baylich. Yes, Annette. I agree. You think about having a weapon like that would be scary. But again, bad home invasions don't need a gun. Like, they've historically gone in with like baseball bats and violently assaulted people, which is a really shit thing to do. Loco Stripper, do I think it'll be Trump 2024? No, I do not. I have been surprised at how quiet he's been since leaving office. I would have thought he'd run big rallies to get money from the absolute morons who give him money. Byron, you reckon the days and weeks don't drag on as much since Trump went? Maybe. That's not something I'd consciously thought about. So for that could be right. Trump family member 2024. Who knows? There is a better than average chance Trump is going to face criminal prosecution in the next year or so. And because he is a fucking criminal, there's a real good chance he'll get convicted. So I am very happy with how this particular drink turned out. Yummy. I put some rum in it too, just to beef it up a bit. Yeah. Safi, he absolutely doesn't want to be in New York State. Very high chance of him getting arrested in New York State. Yeah, I mean, maybe the reason he's laying low is because he realized he is at very high risk of prosecution. And because as much as he's good at denial, deep down, he knows he's a criminal. He knows he's been committing criminal acts. And so the thought of someone who's out to get him launching criminal proceedings would have to scare him. Lots is happening in the kitchen, Locust Trooper. At the moment, zucchini chips are being tested. Mrs. Angry's been sort of slow roasting thin sliced zucchini in the stove to make zucchini chips. I'm gonna try a zucchini chip. A bit of dried zucchini with ham. Oh my god, that's really good. Salty zucchini chips. Get on it, kids. Or everyone cool's making them. Those are really good. Braylon, how you doing, man? Doing good here. AZ did very well on the live stream, I thought. He put up a very good front of appearing far more chipper than he's actually feeling, I think. We'll hopefully see him again this week. We'll see how it goes. He's just got, as they say, a lot of shit going on. And it's partly health things, as it always is with him. And it's partly personal things. The zucchini chips, Locust Trooper, were actually meant to be part of the diet thing. Yeah. Some veggies to give variety. And they've been dry roasted, so they're not like adding any oil or fat or anything. So Mrs. Angry's been very good at coming up with alternative things for variety. Safi, you got a denier and your family go silent when called out on bullshit. Next day, like, oh yeah. Okay, so someone who's into conspiracies and denying science and whatnot. There's very little you can do with them. Oh, Braylon, you had your first dose of the vaccine. Nice. Oh, Byron, AIDS's ability to soldier on through the shit he does is pretty astonishing. And that he doesn't want to go to hospital, but his rather serious health issues aren't getting better. And they're the type of things that just do not get better. So, yes, he certainly doesn't want to go back in hospital anytime soon, but, very real concerns about where he may end up with his health. Safa, would he be one of the first to get the vaccine? That's a good question. I have no idea if he's looked into being vaccinated, because he does have, he is immunocompromised. He has a very shitty health thing. So I don't know if they've even talked to him about it, but he would be very high on the list of priorities. Annette, the zucchini chips are good and incredibly simple, just really thinly sliced zucchini, sprinkled with salt and herbs, and then in the oven on low heat for a couple of hours. Those ones were connected by a hair by the looks of it. Ooh, what are we doing with you putting? Oh, you did put oil on them. Sorry. Okay. Stand corrected from what I said a bit earlier. Mrs. Angry did actually put a bit of extra virgin olive oil on the zucchini chips before slow roasting them. Megaleech, that is a question. I don't know if his compromised immune system affects whether it's a good idea for him to get it or not. I have no idea. Nobody. Good evening. Hello, sir. Hello. Yes, Mrs. Angry is doing all the zucchini chip action over there. So, can I have another zucchini chip? Another zucchini chip. Crunchy. Crunchy zucchini chips. Yum. Look, super oil does wonders in the world. Yes. Oh, yes. I tell Mrs. Angry, everyone's saying hello. Sassy, hello. How are you? That's, again, I'm talking to someone on Twitch there. Just so you know, Sassy, why I specified that is because most people watch me on YouTube and they can't see any comments anyone makes on Twitch. So I always tell people when someone's leaving comments on Twitch. Zucchini chips. It's happening here. See how thin they were. Had a little electric machine. Sassy, it's just Angry Aussie on YouTube. So if you look up Angry Aussie on YouTube, you will find my YouTube channel and the live streams there as well. Yeah, Safa. YouTube is the cool crew. I just rebroadcast to Twitch and Facebook because I can, basically. Nobody would throw the cat among the pigeons if told Mrs. Angry said hello. No, I've been telling Mrs. Angry you're saying hello. L3, hello, you're awake so much earlier. Hello. Oh, Sassy, that 28k subs is from the olden days on YouTube. Doesn't really mean anything anymore. I just do this low key on YouTube now. Yes, Braylon was originally watching me on Twitch and now watches on YouTube. I don't mind people watch on Twitch or Facebook or whatever. It's all good. Okay, these zucchini chips are really Moorish, I have to admit. They're so light. They're just like little leaves. Very crunchy. Oh, right. Nobody. I get what you're saying there. If I said nobody's saying hello to you, that could be confusing. I get it now. I'm a little bit slow. Safa, no, you cannot rebroadcast to Twitter. Twitter doesn't take live video, I don't think. Oh, Daryl. Okay. Sassy from Twitch is Daryl on YouTube. Hello. I can rebroadcast to LinkedIn. Wouldn't that be exciting? Fucking LinkedIn. Jesus, that site's desperate and needy. Because I do have a LinkedIn profile. They always send these emails of wanting me to do it. Daryl, you shouldn't use your real name on YouTube. That's okay, man. Your secret's safe with me. Well, these zucchini chips came out really well. Really yummy. Great. Very light and crunchy and salty and herby, and with a little taste of zucchini as well. Very nice. Saying, you're mine, are they? Nice, thank you. Saying Microsoft bought LinkedIn. Jesus, oh well. Oh yeah, L3, they bought Bethesda. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Daryl, how are things down under? Pretty good. Politics is a shit show. We're very slowly rolling out vaccine because we've got no virus in circulation, really. But, it continues. Oh, Braylon, moving out soon? Next week. Okay. Exciting times, my friend. Exciting times. Shit, suffer getting $22 Palmer tomorrow. Hope it's good. That would be, I guess that would be right, because you've been communicating nobody with AIDS and boss of the house, and they know your real name. Yes. Raiders, has LinkedIn ever been of use to you? I get some messages from recruiters, because I'm a contractor, from LinkedIn, but it's shit. I just go to Seek when I'm looking for jobs. Like fucking LinkedIn keeps saying, "Oh, you've been noticed. You should pay for LinkedIn Premium." Like, you should suck my dick, LinkedIn. I mean, Jesus. Daryl, you're in Scotland. Nice. They're very cold in your part of the world. My ancestry is a lot of Scottish. Well, you don't have the big spiders. That's true. So that's a big plus. Most of our spiders are just scary, even the dangerous ones. I mean, they haven't killed anyone since the 80s because we have an anti-venom now. So if you get bit by a funnel web, they can fix you up. But it used to be like pre-80s, you got bit by a funnel web. It was like, oh, Jesus, you're in fucking trouble now. It was just, maybe you're going to die. We don't know. We can't treat it. We can just try and alleviate the pain and keep you stable and hope you don't die, because there was no effective treatment. Funnel webs have a really fucking nasty poison. But we've had an anti-venom since the 80s, so no one's died since the 80s. In fact, what we've learned from a couple of cases where people have been bitten and they've been a real long way from medical help, if a funnel web bites you, this great big horror movie ugly spider has fucking bitten you and it hurts because they have these really fucking big fangs. Really hurts to get bitten by one. But if you stay calm, you'll be fine, because unlike the old cowboy movies where they cut it to suck out the venom, that doesn't work, because the venom doesn't travel in your bloodstream. It travels through the lymphatic system. And if you are stressed, or agitated, or exercising, it will push the poison through your system faster. So if you get bitten by a funnel web, or really anything like a snake or whatever, the number one rule is also somewhat difficult to follow, but the number one rule is stay calm and don't move. If you're by yourself, you're kind of fucked. But if you're with friends, like there was a surfie a few years ago. They were in a really remote beach. Him and his mates drove out to a really remote beach. It was hours from anywhere. And they got to the beach and he pulled on his wetsuit, and there was funnel web had taken up residence in his wetsuit, and it bit him on the leg. And he's like, oh, fuck, ow, that hurts. And they all saw it. And it's this big fucking funnel web. And his mates all freaked out because they also had to they couldn't drive right down to the beach. It was like you drive to a certain point and then you walk down this really narrow path for a couple of kilometers to get to the beach. And he said, you guys have got to go get help. I can't go back to the car because the walking will pump this all through my system and kill me. And he's going, I just have to stay here. You have to go. And because they were like out of mobile range, because they're middle of fucking nowhere, you have to go and get an ambulance, and I'm just staying here. And he just sat on the beach, like trying to meditate, being calm, and he was fine. But if he had exerted himself, it would have been bad. Braylon, a funnel web spider is a fucked up spider, basically. They are really gross-looking, scary things, and they can be very aggressive. They're up and down most of the east coast of Australia. Not so much down here where I am in Melbourne, although it's possible, but certainly Sydney and all the way up through Queensland. Safra, I don't remember what year that was. That was a little while back. But funnel webs are just freakishly aggressive spiders with really big fangs and just a terrible toxin when they bite you. Oh, Daryl, I'm with you, man. If I got bitten by a fucking funnel web, staying calm would not be the thing I was thinking of, or a snake for that matter. But it is the number one thing. If you get bitten by one of them, stay calm. Not that easy to do. I'm just getting some water. Being responsible. Only having the one alcoholic drink tonight. Just trying my thing. Oh, yeah, Byron. Even just the actual damage from a bite, they're really fucking aggressive. Oh, yeah. That's the really funny thing. Not just funnel webs, other spiders too. But this happens in the suburbs of Sydney in particular. Sydney has their own genus of the funnel web that's just colloquially called the Sydney funnel web. The tropical ones are bigger. The rainforest funnel webs are bigger. The Sydney ones are more widespread, angry little buggers, and they like living in trees and shit, and they will occasionally fall and end up in a swimming pool. A lot of the suburbs of Sydney, people have swimming pools, and there's these little black balls at the bottom of a pool, and it's a spider curled up really tight. They can live for days. They like trap air bubbles, go into suspended animation. They can live for days at the bottom of a pool. I was working years ago when I was in Sydney in a call center. So we had a lot of backpackers, people from the UK, Ireland, and to a lesser extent Europe. And one of them, she's talking about her boyfriend because they had a swimming pool where they were. And there's a little thing at the bottom of a pool, and it was a spider, and it was a big one. Like it kind of looked like it might be a funnel web. And they fished it out of the pool. And she said, oh, and then and she go, like, you'll never guess what happened next. And I went, it came back to life? And she went, what? And I said, what are you going to say? Oh, my boyfriend chased me around with it, freaking me out. And I went, oh, that's probably not dead. And she's freaking out going, what? I went, no, next time you pull one out of the pool, put it in the jar, put a lid on, punch some air holes in there, and put it in a sunny spot. And there's a very good chance a very alive and pissed off spider will come back to life. And if it is a funnel web, then you've caught it, and you can call the poison center because they always want them for milking the venom to make more antivenom. And she's just freaking out because she thought it was bad enough her boyfriend was chasing her with a dead spider. But when I told her that was probably a live spider, a really dangerous live spider he was chasing you with. So fairly warned be ye. Oh, yes, Raider, sorry, you mentioned ABC Video, what snake venom does to blood. I believe it turns it to jelly. I think I've seen that video before. Snake venom actually really fucks up blood and turns it, instead of a liquid, turns it into jelly. And I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, Safra, I think it might be the cooler temperatures that the funnel webs don't like in Melbourne. They can be found here, but it's quite rare. Whereas in Sydney, it's super fucking common. Nobody, you've had a python on your body? Remember watching this thing move over you and what sorcery is this? I've had pythons on me, and what was really dropping in, you can feel their strength even when they're just being real friendly. You can feel their muscles as they move, and you just go, this thing is amazing. It's just wild. Daryl, you watched Snakes on a Plane yesterday. Nice. Annette, you think kids today aren't getting educated about the bloody spiders like us Gen Xers did? Well, when we were kids, they could kill you. They could absolutely kill you. You'd have to be real unlucky to die from a spider bite now. Yes, no, but I think you're right. Tests on the snake venom and blood, it would depend on the snake. Some really toxic venom basically turns blood to jelly. Hey, Raiders, clearing your weeds on your block make a lot of noise, says a turtle snake. I remember growing up in Dubbo in the country, because there were a lot of snakes just there. I was walking along the riverbank one day, willow trees there, lots of dry leaves on the ground. So I'm going crunch, crunch, crunch. And then right in front of me, like this far in front of me, the unmistakable snake going through. And also I was probably making so much noise, the snake just wanted to fuck off. But all I saw was right in front of me, a snake going across the path. And I was like, and I don't know, went, and I had my hand up here like this, and I realized I was hanging from a branch in the tree. And I'd done a vertical jump, not that high, about 2 feet, but I didn't know I could jump 2 feet vertically with no warning. It was just an adrenaline thing. It was and I was hanging onto a branch, and yeah, the snake just fucked off. It didn't want anything to do with me. Oh, Christ. Okay, Braylon, the US has its perks. Fucking bears, okay? At least if we to go camping, I don't have to worry about bears or mountain lions. That shit does my head in. Actually, Megaleech, my monkey instincts, straight up the tree. L3, a snake in France one time, Netherlands born. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty spectacular wildlife around here. That's a good one, Raiders, because the snakes feel the vibrations. Should go in with a whippersnipper first. Like this one I saw, I was probably making so much noise stomping through all these leaves. It sensed it and just wanted to get the fuck away from me. But I was like, Raiders, don't want to underestimate the Wilson's Prom wombats. Wombats can be aggressive little fuckers. Braylon, your girlfriend's neighborhood has bobcats. Yeah, when I see pictures, videos on the internet of people with a fucking bear or a fucking mountain lion at their back door, it's like, what the fuck? We don't have to deal with that. I mean, if you go far enough north, you got to worry about crocodiles. But don't fucking go camping in crocodile country. Get what you deserve if you go camping in crocodile country. Nobody even encountered a yellow-faced whip snake. Not very happy about the disturbance. Yes, Raiders, a big wombat will fuck up a tent if they think there's food in there. They can be quite aggressive. There was an old evening soapy, was it in the 80s? It was 80s, a country practice. Yeah, it would have been 80s. And they had a cute wombat. The local doctor had a pet wombat called Fatso, but in reality, the thing was really fucking aggressive and would get in moods and would just run around the set biting people on the ankles. So, wombats, do not underestimate them. They look all cute and fat and furry. They can be quite aggressive. I mean, again, not like a bear, not like a mountain lion, but they will bite you. So, oh yes, Raiders, one of the saddest bits in Australian television history when the much-loved character of Molly died from cancer. She died on screen. Wow. That was pretty intense, Molly dying on a country practice. Sounds pretty good. My little zucchini chips. I don't think that's many calories. That's good. Little salty snack. So I've never seen a Siberian bear. Wouldn't want to. They seem to be quite large from nature shows, if I remember rightly. Like a fucking grizzly in the US. I mean, black bears are the most common ones, or brown bears. But fucking grizzlies, man. What the fuck? Yeah, no, who would and be foolish enough to antagonize the wildlife of Australia? God's nightmare factory. Yeah, that's another point about wombats, Annette. Getting in front of a speeding car on a country road is like hitting a furry boulder. The big ones, because there are lots of different wombats and they're different sizes and whatnot. The big ones are pretty fucking big and they weigh a lot, and it's hitting a very solid object if you hit one. Byron, in Central Australia, you have to be super careful with cancelling. Oh yeah, the dingoes, the wild dogs, they can be dangerous. Fraser Island had a bit of an issue with it, I think. Braylon, meal replacements, there's a whole pile of them behind me. We were talking about the meal replacements earlier, bars and shakes and desserts. I think in the first 2-3 weeks, I've lost 4 kilos. So that's good because I've been doing it for like 2-3 weeks now. So that's pretty good. As you're saying, like, keep track, see if I stay on target. See how I am in 6 months. I mean, you should be able to see a really noticeable difference in 2 months. But the target, I'm going to have to keep doing this for 6 months or more to hit the sort of targets I'm hoping to hit. But yes. So how much wildlife you have in Russia? There'd be wolves, there'd be bears. My geographical knowledge is really bad. Thanks, Braylon. Red is your worst snake encounter was on a little tinny on Lake Sinclair Beach that went scrub bashing heaps of the bastards. Oh, if you stumble upon snakes in fucking breeding season, they get really aggressive. I remember a friend telling me, because where I grew up in the country, we have rivers. That was your waterways. You guys fishing in a little tinny and your little outboard motor and scooting along. I said how he went to go up on a bit of riverbank because he's going to stop there, and just the noise of his boat coming in and like hitting the bank just attracted all these fucking brown snakes that breed, and they came out really aggressively and reared up, and he's just like, oh, push the boat. He's got an oar like pushing the boat away from the bank, going, get the boat away from the bank, get the boat away from the bank. These fucking snakes are pissed off. But yes, breeding season, snakes get super aggressive. Braylon, I've put mate into your vocab. Nice. Good to see. And I think we are very similar in all the ways: food, alcohol, exercise. Yeah. So I have, like I said, for this first 2-3 weeks, found it relatively easy to stick to the meal replacement. Like I say, I have a couple of real meals a week. I had this loaded chips thing for lunch, chips with popcorn chicken. I had a burger on the weekend. And last Thursday night, I had ramen and chicken. Yeah, I had ramen and teriyaki chicken. So I have a couple of real meals a week, but have at least 2, if not 3, of these meal replacements a day. So, there's the weirdest thing is I found, because they don't seem like they would stop you from getting hungry. Oh, look, and I also check, I put a banana in the shakes. When I make the shakes, I chop up a banana and push it up so it's got a bit more body in it. But, it's fruit. It's a banana. I put a banana in the shakes, and then for some of the meals I have one of the bars, and sometimes I have one of the desserts. I'm going to whip up this dessert. There's a lemon one and a chocolate one. I whip them up and put them in the fridge, and they semi-solidify, and they're quite tasty. I had one of them for dinner tonight. That feels weird saying I had dessert for dinner, but that's basically what I had for dinner. So Yeah. Well, that's a good tip, Raiders. Anyone interested in Aussie snakes, check out Gold Coast snake catcher Tony Harrison. There you go. So, yes, the other thing, when I've done weight loss in the past, it's been with light and easy. So I might actually transition at a certain point, whether it's in a couple months or in 6 months, I don't know. I might transition into doing 50-50 light and easy meals and these meal replacement. Who knows? Milky being less of a man. I'm only slightly less of a man. Oh yeah, I do put some frozen fruit in the shakes as well, Byron. So sometimes I put frozen fruit in. I like putting ice in because that just adds a bit more. It's just water, but it really chills them down. Byron's on the man shakes, nice. Yeah, Annette, they're from chemists, and there's a few different brands you want to research. Apparently, there's one that the CSIRO are involved in, which is like shakes. And I think the more credible one is called OptiFast. The CSIRO one is called Flexi. Then there's another one called OptiFast. There's another one called OptiSlim, and I think OptiFast has a bit more credibility than OptiSlim. But I've got a mix of the shakes and the bars and the desserts. So messing with it. Mixing things up a bit. Yes, no, I've seen those, Byron, the man shakes. I can't. I have to say it like that. That's just like the only way I can say it. I did see them when I was getting the man shakes. Kind of like this is like a man who's got the DTs, had too much to drink the night before, was woken up the next day. Oh my god, I've got the man shakes. There's just a bit too much, and now I've got the man shakes. Or I did too much speed at the nightclub last night, and now I've got the man shakes. It's a thing. Oh, do I want to drink some more water? It's a good distraction. Oh yes, Braylon, this is a remainder of some of my clear ice. Yes, my directional freezing. Going to do a video about that soon. Nobody needs something about diet and weight gain. Past year, you put on 20 kilograms. And do something that works for you. And like I said, things that have worked for me have been light and easy because I think their food's really good and it's calorie controlled. And this is my first time trying this meal. But doctors recommend this. It's like often like someone has to lose weight before surgery. And the doctors will say, do this. Take this OptiFast stuff. And I am going in for a sleep test next month. Well, probably in about 4 weeks. I've forgotten the exact date. I think it's like 4 weeks from now. I'm going to spend the night in a hospital with electrodes attached to me, and then sleep normally with all these things attached to you. And they will confirm that I have sleep apnea and I should probably be using a CPAP machine when I sleep. But the doctor did say, the weight is a big contributor, and it will be better if you lose weight. And he said, do these things. I'm like, okay, I need to stop fucking around. I'm going to do that because, I've been wanting to anyway. Safa having a sausage roll. Nice. I like that. No, did the man shakes bring the boys to the yard? Crack open a cold one with the boys when they got here. Have a cold man shake and see how many boys it brings to the yard. There you go. Crack open a cold one. Yes, nobody. Hopefully the sleeping thing. Well, like I said, it's basically confirming. Braylon, yeah. Look, I tried a few things to make Mrs. Angry a bit happier. Sticking various things up your nose has had something. The thing that's been most effective is actually these throat sprays. That's actually been the most effective, but I am going to end up with a CPAP machine. It's inevitable, basically. So, But as I will say, there are all sorts of possible health complications with sleep apnea that I want to avoid. So I'm just realizing someone put a sausage here. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Didn't even see him do it. They must have done it while I was here, though. Got leftover sausages. Speaking of sausage rolls, I think young Mr. Angry intends to. He got some puff pastry. I think he intends to wrap them in puff pastry and recook them and have them tomorrow. So nobody vapor rub on the neck helps you a bit. That's cool. I said the thing I found that was most effective is there are a couple different throat sprays. I still snore, particularly if I've been drinking. So often, if we have a bit of a big Friday night, I sleep on the lounge because that's a polite thing to do. So I don't keep Mrs. Angry up all night. So Milky, into the boys. Who doesn't want to crack open a cold one with the boys? And by cracking open a cold one, I mean taking your pants off. Safa, it's probably a little bit more fancy than sausage rolls. No, it's not the naughty lounge. It's literally just it's a politeness thing. It's like, oh well, this is my current condition is self-inflicted, so I should take responsibility for it. So, yes, Braylon is real love. What I, in all honesty, what I usually do is I will sleep on the lounge. I normally end up waking up about 7 o'clock, and then I'm usually sober or mostly sober. And I go, it's 7 o'clock. This thing hasn't got up yet. I'll go and sneak into bed now. And so I get to go in bed. Yes, so that's the way the arrangement usually works. So yeah, it works quite well. So you know, I just have to stay conscious of that. But hey, like I said, we got this CPAP machine. Maybe all will be well once I learn to sleep in it. Yeah, Safa, I saw that too. The Snyder's Justice League, which is going to be on some streaming service or other in the next week or so. The trailer for it is in the old TV 4:3 ratio, and I don't know what that's about. They're just trying to get us to notice them or something. I don't know. Safi, your mum bought Russian food in Bentley today. There's a few places around here. Yeah, no, sorry, I was thinking of Bentley. Yes, Bentley's one of the places to get Russian food in Melbourne. To a lesser extent, back where I used to live, Carlisle Street in Balaclava, East St Kilda. Lots of Russian people around there. Because everywhere from like East St Kilda to where I live now, Caulfield is like Melbourne's central Jewish population. You get the synagogues and Jewish schools, Jewish hospital, all in this area, and lots of Jewish people in this area. And in Eastern Kilda, Balaclava, a lot of Russian Jewish people. Like walking down the street, you'd always hear people talking either in Russian or with Russian accents. English, that could be it. Maybe it looks big in portrait on mobile devices. I don't know. Was that? No. WB's trying to make HBO the new Quibi. That sounds like a terrible idea, considering how badly Quibi failed. Why would you seek to emulate a failed platform? That seems very strange. Alexander, hey. Oh, you've had CPAP. Took about 6 weeks to get used to. Practically life-changing. Yeah. That's what they're saying. Is like basically there are potentially real health issues with sleep apnea, and a CPAP can turn that around. Safa, yes, no, your accent's pretty Aussie. Because yeah, Safa came down to Melbourne a couple of weeks ago when we were having a meet up with some YouTubers, and we got to hang out IRL, as the kids say. Yeah, Safa, I know they've been doing that 4 to 3 ad on TV. I saw it on YouTube. Who knows? It would be super weird if it's actually in 4 to 3 ratio on TV. That would be very weird. Whereas what does a C minus? I'm not sure what you're saying there. But Braylon, that's how you felt about LASIK. Not a health issue, pretty life-changing. Ah, that's cool. You had LASIK done. Clearly I haven't. I have the glasses. Raiders, a CPAP machine, it's a ventilator, basically. As I understand it, what a CPAP machine, like, I don't know, I think some of them just go over your nose and some go over your nose and mouth. And it's essentially forcing air into your breathing passages, because snoring's happened when your like breathing passage just sort of relaxes a bit and closes up. And I think the CPAP machine is like a type of ventilator that actually forces air through, so that doesn't happen. So you breathe more clearly. Alexander might be able to clear that up, but that's what I think it is. No, it reminds you of a meeting Tarantino had with Universal over The Hateful Eight. One exec, we should release it on phones. How Quentin didn't chew that exec out, we'll never know. Release The Hateful Eight on phone. Like that's in CinemaScope. Hateful Eight is super widescreen because Tarantino loves that shit. I didn't mind The Hateful Eight, actually. I like most Tarantino films. I think Inglourious Bastards was a high point. That was so fucking good. But I like the classics, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Kill Bill's okay. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's pretty good. But man, Inglourious Bastards. That's probably my favorite. Like if you had to pick a favorite Tarantino, for me it's probably Inglourious Bastards. So if we're going to get drunk on the air on a boat, I don't know, man. It's been very hard to get organized. I don't know if I'm going to do it this season because it's already getting a bit late in the year. And I know I said I'd look into it and I just didn't. Shit happens. Maybe next summer. For those wondering what we're talking about, we were near the Yarra River and these little boats were going past with people on them like a party. And I went, oh yeah, no, someone told me about them. You can hire them. You don't need any special license. And yes, after we all get vaccinated next summer, I think, Safa, you can hire these little boats that I think you get 8 to 12 people on them, and just hire them for like 4 or 6 hours and just fuck off up and down the river. And you don't need any sort of special license and whatnot. The person piloting it, the captain's meant to stay sober. I'm sure we have a non-drinker in the group somewhere. But yeah, we were just going to have a drunken river cruise. Yeah, Braylon, a booze cruise. Just a very small one because you're getting like 10 or 12 people on the boat. These funny, I think they have electric motors, so they don't go very fast, but they go, and so you get to go up and down the river on these little boats. And the fact that you don't need any special license and they just let you do it, it's fucking wild. Like, really? That sounds very dangerous. It sounds very dangerous to just let people do that. I did see that, Justin. PNG's in COVID trouble. The Australian government is concerned, is looking at what further aid can be provided to PNG. Safa, I don't think they have finished that work they were doing behind physical. I haven't been there. I haven't been in the city since that day we were out. I've got no reason to go into the city anymore. I don't have to go to the work. I work just back there for over a year now. So, man, 13 months ago, I would not have thought that. If someone said to me 13 months ago, you are going to work from home every day for more than a year, and you will actually be more productive and it'll all be cool. I would have found it very hard to believe. Jesus, Justin, 40% of tests in PNG coming back positive. Fuck, that's a bit full on. Raiders, yeah, you could go up to Herring Island upstream. I'm not sure how there are rules about how far you're meant to go in either direction on these boats. I don't know exactly what they are, but definitely. Yeah, I think next summer, like when everyone's vaccinated, might do that because it looks like silly fun. So I really like my clear ice. I just like looking at it, like it's so clear. It's got a couple of air bubbles suspended in it, but it's really clear. I got to do a video on how I do that. Braylon quarantine anniversary cocktail. It is. I started doing these, like my Facebook memories tell me, I started doing these live streams a year ago. Just like I was saying, like, fuck man, I think I'm just gonna do live streams so people can hang out together online because we can't hang out in other places. And then what can be done for PNG? Well, I assume more medical staff, and I assume trying to help them get enough vaccine because it would seem to be more urgent than doing it in Australia. And yes, I do remember that story, Safa, the Chinese apartment doors welding shut. I don't know that they didn't have food, but it was controlled. I think the military brought stuff around once a day or once a week or something. But that happens when you're a dictatorship. When you're a dictatorship, you can just fucking do it. Yeah, you certainly couldn't go past Diet Falls upstream, but I'm not sure how far they say you're allowed to go and how they enforce it. But I know there was something about limits, and I didn't look that closely. I can look it up. Let's look it up. We're on the internet. Let's look it up just before going to bed. Hire self-drive boat Yarra. That ought to get it. Self-drive boat hire Yarra. 1 to 4 hour electric boat hire. Oh, excellent. And there's a competitor. There's On a Boat, which is the best name, obviously. I'm on a boat, motherfucker, on a boat. The other one's called Go Boat. Competitors. So, no license required. BYO food and drinks. 9:30 a.m. until sunset. Up to 9 people. Dog friendly. No license needed, which is the wildest thing. Super easy to stay. So $129 for an hour, $169 for 1 hour and a half, $199 for 2 hours, $289 for 3 hours, $369 for 4 hours. 4 hours seems like a long time, but say $300 over 3 hours, and you split that between 9 people, and it's only, $30-$40 each for a bit of fun. Rules. Common questions. Where can we sail? That's what we want to know. A map. Sail the Yarra River through Melbourne CBD, downstream as far as Victoria Harbour Docklands, upstream as far as Victoria Bridge in Richmond. So not very far, honestly. So from Richmond to Docklands. But a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. Richmond to Docklands. You can have a little bit of fun doing that. Justin, you went to the office for the first time in a year? Only for one meeting. Oh, God, my workmates want to have a social meet-up on Friday afternoon this week. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but we have an online meeting tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning. We'll find out how many people. Because if a lot of people going and you're expected to go, I guess I'll go. But if people start saying, oh, I can't go because of this, maybe say, maybe cancel it. I don't know. So I might be going into the city on Friday afternoon. So yes, probably only since the last haircut I had was in May last year. That was just before our really strict lockdown. So I had a haircut in the city in May last year, and I haven't. This is why my hair's so long, because I haven't had a haircut since May last year. I've self-trimmed the beard a couple of times. The beard would be longer if I hadn't self-trimmed it. But yes, this strange new world we live in. So I might be going into the city to a pub on Friday afternoon. If I do, the Friday night stream might be a little late. Yeah, Heine, exactly. Get a haircut, hippie. I used to always get my hair done with clippers, like number 3 on the sides. If I could actually get hair between my fingers, I'd call myself a hippie. But yeah, these are fucking hippie length hair here. It goes curly too. Braylon, if you're ever in Australia, definitely hit us up, man. Do occasionally get sort of YouTube buds visiting from overseas, and so organize a little party when they're here because it's always fun. Yes, so I might be in the city on Friday afternoon, which might make me late for the live stream. I'm not going to do a live stream tomorrow night, but I will probably do one on Thursday night, and then I guess I'll give an update on what I think is going to happen on Friday night. I still want to watch the. I still want to do a Friday night live stream, but I'm not sure if it will be late or not. But we always go late, so I don't mind starting late on a Friday because we always go late. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. Megalich, watching Terminator. I don't have hippie hair. It's getting there. It's getting there. That is pretty long. So, Braylon heading out for the night. Mushrooms wearing off. Well, I'm going to bed too. It's almost 10 p.m. That's my bedtime. That's when the live stream ends anyway. Justin, what the rest of my household have been getting haircuts. I have been able to get a haircut for months. It's been a thing you're allowed to do for months. I just haven't done it. And this is the weird thing. How long am I going to let this hair grow? Let this grow so I can tie it back. I mean, I could. The stuff at the back, I can do in a ponytail now. Quite a little ponytail. Do the old top knot up here. You see how long this is? I could easily, get a little hairpin band, whatever. Oh man, wouldn't that look at that? I could put some gel in that. Just have this big shark fin coming forward. Destination Zululand. Got to look up. Oh yeah, no, that's a great hairstyle. I should absolutely do that. Get some gel and make this my hairstyle. Yeah, look at that. Should absolutely make this my hairstyle. Ugh. Yes, it is 10 already, Annette. And Heine, you reckon I need an old guy ponytail? Yeah, maybe. It might happen. It might happen. I might let this grow long enough that, even the front hair is in the ponytail at the back. A droopy faux hawk. See, that's the thing. If I put gel in, I could have the coming. Who remembers King Kurt, Destination Zululand? I could have like psychobilly hair. L3 Brill Cream will slick my hair down. It won't hold it up. See if I can find a photo. Find images of King Kurt. There was a particular style called psychobilly. It was like a punk hillbilly crossover. Psychobilly. Focus on the hair, psychobilly hair. And that's like Sharpie haircuts. But see, this sort of thing. I do this screen share before going to bed. Screen, Chrome tab, psychobilly hair. There we go. So you can see they do that string. I could do that. One's long enough. Those ones are much shorter. Even the girls got into psychobilly. There you go. But that's like Anthony Bourdain with a quiff. Yeah, see, this is a serious one. I could do that with my hair. Or a huge pompadour. Oh, God, what's Morrissey doing in there? Anyway, if I go back to King Kurt. No, that's psychobilly. King Kurt with his really wacky band. See, a couple of them have the huge quiffs out the front and stuff. See, I could grow my hair long enough to do that. You know, do something like that with my hair. Or do it stylishly like that. Or that great big quiff like that. Very hard to maintain though. Anyway. And you love psychobilly in the day, Spurs for Jesus at the Sando. Yeah. Yeah, Safa, that may raise questions in the office, a hairstyle like that. But I'm not in the office at the moment. Who knows? But I probably will be one day. So anyway, I'm going to go to bed now, you fabulous people. So I hope you all take care. Like I said, I won't be doing a stream tomorrow night. Probably will be on Thursday night there. And by Thursday night, I'll have a better idea of what's going to happen on Friday, like if the stream's going to be late on Friday. But yes, until then, have fun. Good night, all. Take care. And I'm going to go to bed and go now. See you all later.